I just want to show you guys a crop of wheatgrass that I'm growing. Not too bad. I got the other tray over at the window, which I'll show you in a second. But basically, this is wheatgrass juice, and those are wheat berries. And you soak them in water, solid water, like you would split pea. And then after 12 hours, you put them in soil. I think some of that's earth and some of that's peat moss. I said I think because I set the tray up, but the earth was already set up for me, and then I cut holes in this tray. I usually don't grow this. My father usually does, but he's in Ireland, so I've taken over the family business. I mean that as a joke. But there's just stones in there, and then there's holes, and see some of the roots actually peeking through. But I just water these again, and you want them up about an inch, and then you take this off. Now this has been like this for about 4 days, and I've watered them twice. But I guess the initial root or sprouting process, you want them covered. I'm not a horticulturist person. I just kind of follow what's been told to me. Dark and moist is where stuff grows best. And then you take it over here, and I keep this section of the house a little rough on purpose. That's why you see some of that. I intentionally don't trim it out, just in case I get robbed. The guy might have a little bit of mercy on me. But suffice it to say, this is a new window, and I've been pretty successful. But some of the new windows, they have some kind of coating on them, to keep the sun rays out, so the house is cooler. I thought that might affect them, but I've been pretty lucky. I sometimes, very, very infrequently, but I sometimes sprout kidney beans or alfalfa or mung beans. You can get this. I used to be able to get this at the food co-op down by Case Western Reserve, University Circle, but they closed. You can still get it in Akron at the mustard seed, but if you do a Google search or a YouTube on wheatgrass juice, I mean, they just rave about it. Supposedly, people have cured themselves of cancer and all that. I don't claim to be some health guru, and I don't drink this stuff nearly as much as I should. But like I might have said this already, but I juice carrot juice, and stuff like that, and mix some broccoli. I eat it whole a lot too, but it's kind of cool because it goes right into your bloodstream. But this stuff is very pungent. I have to be, they recommend drinking it on empty stomach. And I couldn't agree more, because there's been a few times, my dad's making some, and, he says, you want a shot of it? And I'm like, sure. And maybe I had a big meal, hour before. There's been a couple of times I've been on the woozies by it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. A lot of times, my father, he's researches this, he's retired, so he's got plenty of times on his hands, and he's a pretty mild-mannered guy, but boy, he gets, if he has a bad crop, he gets pissed, because he can't understand why, because he's done everything, maybe it's the seeds are bad, or, maybe the temperature wasn't right, or the humidity, or something like that. But there's been a couple of times, where, like, 70% of the middle's all barren. And I guess he's even started, like, the water, you have to water, like I just watered these, before I brought them over here. But in the water, he read that if you mix a tiny bit of my mind isn't getting the word baking soda, that it it knocks down some of the mold. I don't know if you can pull up, see if you can pull some of that mold, and that's just natural. You know, there's going to be some of it. I can see it in there. I don't know if you can, but probably not. Well, maybe on a bigger screen you could view it, but you can, you know, that's just natural. But so then I probably about, you know, maybe 7 to 10 days, maybe not even. Like I said, I'm no master at this. I just, you know, wanted to, you know, keep it going since my dad had it all set up, and all I had to do is, you know, basically like, you know, push the cart downhill. You know what I mean? It was no work for me, but you know, that's pretty good. I mean, that's, you know, that's about, you know, pretty much all of them sprouted. You'll be able to see, like, I don't want to pull it up, but you can see it there, you know, like, you wouldn't think, you know, that they're coming through the other side. It's no big thing if I, you know, mess it up. But yeah, see how that just lifted it, you know. I mean, it has not been that long, but you look at those roots, you know, it's like twice as much as showing on the top. So